Hey guys, it's Jalapeno here. I'm going to show you how to repair these holes in the ceiling. The homeowners had 2 can lights removed and now there's 2 big old holes here in the living room. And we're going to repair them the jalapeno style. First thing you want to do is you saw plastic. And then as my backing, I just used a little piece of wood. Just make sure not to go too deep in with your screws. Just don't rip the paper with the screws and you should be fine. And now I'm using my utility blade to cut a little valley just where the patch is. This is going to reinforce the patch. I'm going to be able to put a little bit more hot mud in between the little edge there. And it'll just make for a stronger patch. And I'm using Easy Sand 5. A lot of people call it hot mud. It sets in about 5 minutes. It doesn't necessarily dry, it just sets. And I'm using my 6-inch, but make sure when you apply the hot mud, you kind of push it deep into the crack. That way that patch is going to be super strong. And then just to reinforce it, I'm going to use a little bit of mesh tape. And then look, after like 5-7 minutes, it gets super rock hard. Now I'm using my 12-inch to do a little donut around the patch. I wipe the little edge with my 6-inch. And then I use my 12-inch to go straight down the middle. The cool thing about this Easy Sand is that you don't necessarily have to sand it as long as it's not bumpy. And then when it sets a little bit, you could kind of scrape it with your 6-inch and then, you don't have to avoid the sanding. Repairing drywall is a messy job, but hey, if you have plastic, you should be good. I did 2 coats on each patch. Now I'm using my handy dandy DeWalt fan to kind of just speed the process up a little bit. It's not going to necessarily cure 100% today, but I can sand the edges down a little bit. That way, those aren't going to be visible. This process is ideal for flat walls. East Coast people, I know you like your flat walls, but these walls are not necessarily flat. They have a texture called pool trowel, and this texture is a little bit more pricier than knockdown. The only reason is because the drywall has to be at a level 5 finish in order for this texture to look good. It just kind of looks like little waves on the wall, but the reason why it's called pool trowel is because you use a pool trowel to apply it, or to make those little waves, I should say. And that's pretty much it. Look, it hasn't cured 100%, but once it cures, we're going to come back and prime and paint, and they should disappear. All right, guys, Jalapeno Solutions. Boom.